been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away.
Hey guys, welcome back to Palette Therapy. My name is Keela. If this is your first time stopping by, hey. If not, thank you for the support. In today's video, I decided to let you guys know my COVID story. Yes, back in December, I had COVID-19. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you all about my experience. If you are interested in knowing that, continue to watch this video. Also, if you're interested in this makeup look, I do have a video out for it already. So yeah, check it out. Now let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I'm not really 100% sure how I got COVID, because I am the type of person, I'm really clean, really neat. I don't travel a lot. If I do, of course I wear my mask. I have hand sanitizer everywhere, all of those things that the CDC suggested. But at some point, I guess something happened. I'm not really sure. But so it was a Friday. I started feeling like I had a sinus infection. Actually, I was in a meeting for work, a virtual meeting, and my head was just hurting so bad, and it's like my nose was really open, like my sinuses were open. And so I had this little burning sensation right here in the tip of my nose area, kind of like I could smell cedar or wood, something like that. And like I said, I had a really bad pressure headache. So I took some medicine during the meeting and I started feeling better. And later on that day, I went out to eat with my coworkers because it was our pre-Christmas dinner, or lunch rather. And so I started feeling better. But as the day went on, I still kind of felt tired, a little fatigued, had the headache off and on, and of course the nose thing was still going on. So Saturday and Sunday, I still felt the same. I wasn't feeling any better. I was pumping in meds, taking all type of Sudafed and Alka-Seltzer Plus, anything that would help open my sinuses up. And it would only be like a temporary fix, like the pain didn't go away. So that Monday, I texted my boss and I was like, I really have a really bad sinus infection. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in. Like, I'm really not, feeling good. And she was like, what kind of symptoms are you having? And I told her, just the headache and the nose. I didn't have a stuffy nose. I wasn't running a fever. I didn't even have a cough or anything like that. So she was like, okay. So that Tuesday, I woke up and I was having gastro issues. And what that means is, like, I was super nauseous and I could not stay out of the bathroom. And like, I hope you guys aren't like, get, I don't want to say offended, disgusted easily, but basically I had diarrhea really bad. And so the day before, my mother-in-law had kind of told me that I was having some COVID symptoms and that maybe I should go get tested. And so then I realized that the gastro issues can be a part of that. So I told my husband, I was like, hey, I want to go get tested. Let's go get tested. So we went and got tested. We both ended up testing positive for COVID. He'll be coming out with his story about it later on, but I decided to go ahead and do my own personal story. But so we both tested positive for COVID, and they gave us some meds, basically medicine to treat the symptoms, because again, COVID is a virus. It's not, it's not really curable, honestly. They can only treat the symptoms, and you have to just ride it out as if it was like a cold, the flu, the stomach virus. You just have to ride the symptoms out. So of course we quarantined for 10 days. Technically we probably have been quarantined longer than that, because that weekend we didn't go anywhere because we were sick already. He wasn't feeling well also. So we quarantined for 10 days. So if you watch my previous videos, especially my goals video, I talk about me being a diabetic and trying to get my health better for 2021, or to work on my health. So with COVID, it affected my diabetes really bad, really bad. I have high blood sugar, which means my body doesn't filter out glucose, and I have to take insulin to help keep my blood sugars low. And so with having COVID, I didn't have appetite. I would probably eat once a day, maybe. And I would drink a lot of water, because by the time the fifth, sixth day came, I couldn't smell or taste anything. And so I would just drink a lot of water and Powerades. And so I started noticing a spike in my sugar. And it got all the way up to about, it was in the 400s, like 450 something. And I called my doctor and I told him what was going on, and he readjusted my insulin levels and told me to make sure I eat, you know, so that I could take my insulin, because my sugar was spiking because I wasn't eating, and I wasn't eating, so I wasn't taking the insulin. And if I took the insulin without eating, then I would bottom out. So I would force myself, literally force myself to eat like some chicken noodle soup, or some Jello, something really small that basically I couldn't taste anyways, but it would be enough for me to take the insulin that I needed. So probably about the 8th or 9th day, towards the end, I started feeling better, and then I had one bad day, which was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I had took some medicine for my headache, because I was still having headaches, and I had took some meds for it, and I took them on an empty stomach. And so I couldn't keep anything down the whole day. So the next day was Christmas. I felt better for Christmas. I actually felt really good for Christmas, and I got to spend it with my family, which was something that was really hard, because my family, we're all scattered around, and Christmas and Thanksgiving are the times that we're usually together. And so it had a really hard impact on my mom, because, you know, everybody couldn't come down, and then I had COVID, so I couldn't leave and go anywhere. So it really affected all of us, and I think it scared my family a little bit, because we hadn't really had many people in our family contracted. So it was a nervous time for everybody. But so Christmas Eve was good, and slowly my senses started coming back. Like I said, my taste buds started coming back. As far as losing my taste, let's talk about that for a minute. Not being able to taste is like being a baby, basically. When you're a baby, you don't remember what food tastes like. You know it's good because you see the little videos where you were excited. Ooh, I got to eat a piece of chicken or some mashed potatoes. But you don't actually remember how it tastes. So losing, excuse me, losing my taste buds was similar to that. So when I started to get them back, I wanted to taste all different type of things, like a range of things. And so sour stuff would taste like poison. That's the best way I can describe it. It would be really nasty, really bitter. And sweet stuff would taste like cough syrup. You know, it would be too sweet. So it was awful. The first thing I ate that actually tasted like it should taste was some French fries from McDonald's. They were like the best thing I ever had. You know, I was just like, take me to McDonald's, give me some fries, give me some fries. You know, that was the thing that I wanted to eat because that was what tasted the most normal that I could remember. And then losing the sense of smell was difficult because it wasn't like my nose was stopped up and I couldn't smell. It was more so you just can't smell anything. So it's like, imagine getting in a shower, getting ready to use your favorite Dove or Caress or whatever soap you use. You getting ready to use your favorite soap and you can't smell it. But you don't realize, like, you're lathering up and, you know, you're thinking in your mind, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, I can't smell this. Why do I not smell my soap? And you sniff your arm and you still don't smell it. So I was like, okay, I'm losing my sense of smell and my sense of taste. Again, I never had a cough. I never had a stuffy nose. I never had a fever that I know of because we would check it every day to be sure. So when it came back, it was more like subtle stuff. Like one day you would be able to smell your candle, or one day you would be able to smell some food that you're trying to cook. You know, little subtle things started coming back and you would be like, okay, this is coming back. This is, you know. And so those were difficult to adjust to, but for me, and everybody's COVID experience is different, is the headaches. Most of the people I've talked to have had lingering side effects. One of my coworkers, she said that she still have a hard time smelling. Like, her sense of smell is muffled. With certain foods, they still taste weird to my husband. For me, I still get migraines. I don't get them as frequently as I did once I first got over COVID, but every so often I'll still get them, and I'll have to just stop everything I'm doing, lay my head down, or, you know, sit in a dark room or something. You know, genuinely, if I catch it right before it starts and I like take some Tylenol or something, that helps. But if it's already started and I try to take something, it's like really nothing I can do. And these headaches are like, the best way I can describe it, and I know y'all gonna think like she's exaggerating, is like somebody's taking a hammer or something and they're just hitting you in your head with it, like right here, just like boom, boom, boom. I mean, because it's a pulsing headache, and it goes all the way down to your eyes, and it would be points where like I couldn't see because it would seem like stuff was too bright, or my head would hurt right there. Like, I would get what I call eye aches. But I would just have to close my eyes and just lay down. And then the final symptom I experienced was fatigue. It was so bad. Like, I could get up and do one thing and I would be tired and have to get back into bed. Or at the time I was working from home, so I would try to do something on my laptop and I would have to lay back down because I would be so tired. Or I would have brain fog, so I would get confused really easily, and I would have to lay back down and, you know, just close my eyes, and I would just have to be like, okay, let's try this again. And so I would try again an hour later, and, you know, maybe that time it worked, maybe that time it doesn't. But I would be really, 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 really tired. And so in about 2 weeks, me and my husband both were over it. We were fortunate not to give it to anybody else. Any of the people that we came in contact with, they didn't get sick. They went and got tested and they didn't have it. So we were actually pretty happy about that we actually stopped the cycle with us. But I won't lie, you guys, I know it's different for everybody else, but it was really hard for me. It was really hard for me. It was one of those moments that I've probably been the most scared in my life, just not knowing how my body was going to handle it. And I'm really happy, I'm really blessed and fortunate that God brought me out of it. I've been striving every day since to actually get healthier. I've been working out, I've been eating healthy. I'm gonna have some videos coming out really soon. I've been doing intermittent fasting. You know, I'm gonna let you guys know how that's going as well. But it really put some things into perspective for me, and I never want anybody to go through what I went through, not even the slightest. So be careful out there, guys. Like, really, really be careful. Like I said, I did everything I could. So at the same time, don't be paranoid, don't be scared. It's a virus. It's something that we all have to adjust to. We have to get used to. It affects everybody differently. If you have some health issues, make sure you're taking care of your health. Make sure you're getting your checkups, your physicals, all of that stuff, because COVID is one of those diseases or viruses that affects underlying issues. So if you don't know that you have those issues going on, it'll bring them to light, basically. So you want to make sure you are definitely paying attention to that. So yeah, guys, make sure you're eating healthy, you putting good stuff in your body. I will say your body is a temple, and the way you treat it, it will show. So if you're not getting enough rest, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not, you know, eating a moderately healthy diet, getting your fruits and veggies in and things like that, it'll show. Your body will let you know. So be good to your body and it will be good to you. But that is my experience. At the end of this video, I will have the COVID symptoms listed, just so you guys can know, because honestly, I really didn't know the symptoms for COVID. I knew some of them, the ones that they kind of briefed us on and the ones that the CDC talked about, but I didn't know the range of the other ones, you know, the mild symptoms that you could have. And I had almost all of the mild symptoms and none of the serious symptoms. So yeah, at the end of this video, I will have those posted for you guys. I just want to say I'm really happy that I'm still here. I'm still blessed to be able to bring you guys content. to be able to share my experience, share my story with you guys. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative just from the things that I went through. For the people out there that tell you this virus isn't real, it's a hoax, the government just using this for all different type of whatever, listen, it's real. It's real, honey, and do what you have to do to take care of yourself. Okay, guys, that's all I have. As always, thank you for the support. I love each and every one of you, and I will catch you guys in my next video.
They don't know.